I am intrigued by how much danger could be done to our society and to our economy around the issue of what the government and Eskom, which is a state-owned enterprise, are telling their worker representative bodies are unaffordable wage demands which the unions have put to government and to Eskom. Because we heard in Eyewitness News that the unions at Eskom are saying this is a declaration of war, which is quite heated language. And you reach a point where negotiations have come to a dead end. Conciliation, mediation, arbitration, all of those things that are part of our labor law environment, they have not worked either. And then it's Hooblings first, and then it's strike action. And if Eskom workers go on strike, and if teachers go on strike, and if nurses go on strike, and if all sorts of other people who work for the government go on strike, what kind of damage does that do at the best of times? And this is far from the best of times, in a pandemic, with our economy quivering on the edge of total collapse. And this is a WhatsApp from Eskom. Eskom can confirm that it has today declared a dispute as it has not been able to reach an agreement in the Central Bargaining Forum wage negotiations with the three recognized trade unions, NUM, NUMSA and Solidarity. Eskom's final offer is a 1.5% increase in the basic salary, conditional on the unions accepting certain variations in some identified benefits of employees. The unions have rejected this and instead placed demands for basic salary increases of 10%, 12% and 9.5%. Each of those represents a different union's demand. This in addition to other demands for increases of an average 15% in the benefits enjoyed by the employees. So housing and leave and medical aid and all of those things. They want not only between 9.5% and 12% salary increase, but they want a 15% benefit increase. Eskom, which relies on taxpayer cash bailouts to maintain its going status, has clearly demonstrated these demands are unaffordable. And as somebody says, Eskom workers have a history of sabotage when they don't get their wage demands. And I've said it before, I didn't get a salary increase last year, and I suspect there's a considerably better than even chance that I won't get a salary increase this year. And that will make, I think, probably the 6th year in my 24 years, nearly 24 years with Prime Media, where I haven't had a salary increase. And there have been another 5 or 6 years where I have had an increase well below the consumer price index. But then there have been 8 or 10 years where I have received not only a price increase above the CPI, but also 1 month, 2 month, 3 month salary as a bonus, because my remuneration is tied to the performance of the company. And the degree to which I am remunerated reflects the company's view of the extent to which I contribute to a very good financial year. So that is the paradigm in which I am used to working, and in which I have been working for nearly 3 decades. But that's not the paradigm in which public servants and Eskom employees work. And I appreciate that, and it's not that I earn significantly more than they do. There are many, 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 many people, middle management up in the public service, who earn considerably more than I do with better benefits. So it's not about that. And I don't know how we change that. And I appreciate that there are lower paid workers who have much more aggressive demands on a dwindling pay packet than I have. There are many more people in their extended families who are on peacetime or lost their jobs completely, and they're expected to contribute to their upkeep as well, and that's not something that I have. But still, we've got to kind of somehow change the mindset in the way this works. I remember a report, says somebody else, that Eskom's average salaries were well above the norm. Of course, average is meaningless, but they seem to be working from a high base. Indeed, they do. I had a look for it earlier today, but I couldn't find it in an internet search, a report which did talk about the amount of money that Eskom workers earn. And there are very, 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 very few, a relatively small percentage of them, that earn what you would consider close to barely livable wages.
Afternoon Drive with John Maytham
on Cape Talk.